Hello comrades, yes it's me, I'm back again. Yorkshireman still living in Soon-to-be, the state-controlled Welsh section of the United Kingdom. Yes, because we'll all be sectioned off soon into 15-minute cities. Anyway comrades, what I'd like to say is get a bit of my personal business out of the way and say Happy Christmas to Irene and Michael, who are ex-neighbours of mine who are busy still working away on the house, but hopefully, we can only hope, they're going to have a rest. So, the other thing what someone else said to me is, they said to me, Mr. Cook. I went, what? They said, have you ever thought about using your pronouns? Anyway, so I then said to them, sorry, what do you mean? And they said, you know, they, them. And I went, they, them. I says, well, there's only one of me, so how do we get they, them? And they looked at me, they said, you don't know? And I says, I don't know, what else he's got? They said they've got he, she, they, them, dog, cat, and all the rest of it. Anyway, at that point, I stood up, turned round, went to the toilet, looked in the mirror, and I thought, well, I'm a bloke. I came back and I says, I'm a bloke, and I'm happy with that. So that killed that conversation dead. So, today, apart from those little side issues, we're going to look at where I've got with my complaints. So, brief summary. Complaint about First Minister, misleading everybody, being untruthful. Civil servant wrote back and says, dear Mr. Cook, black is white, white is black. I then complained about the civil service person who said black was white, white was black. I then got told that that can't be disclosed because he's special, right? So at that point I then sent off an email and I'm waiting for a sort of reply from them. So in between that I then wrote to the Ombudsman, yes, the Welsh Ombudsman, who have a somewhat interesting reputation. I've looked at the website already and can I just say, I will be doing a video on it because it don't fill me full of confidence. So, first thing I did was I thought, well, who's in charge of the public service ombudsman? That's what I thought to myself. Because I always like to know who I might be dealing with. And the question I ask is, would I employ them? So at one time I had a green grocery van. And the question I'm asked, would I have this person in my van? Right, based on the track record. So this is a person who's got the job now. Excellent. And it says here at the bottom where the blue line is, new Ombudsman, background in local government, joins Gwent County Borough Council, Managing Director since 2017. Prior to that she's knocked about in different jobs. Would I have not enough detail in there and I can't be bothered to look into her, so my gut instinct is no. Right, so on to the letter. So the letter I got back dated 16th of December. I will put the full letter at the end so you can stop and read it all to make sure I've not misled anybody. So, the interesting bit for me straight away in the letter is the first blue arrow here. And they are saying, I've been correctly advised in accordance with the Ministerial Code, any complaints should be made to the First Minister's office and it is a matter for the First Minister to decide how to deal with them. Right, now this confirms a number of things. Some good news for Wales. Wales like to be first in everything. They like to be first in recycling. They like to be first in net zero, reaching net zero goal by 2030. Now, just to make it really clear, net zero actually means no fossil fuels. That means no wood burners. That means nothing at all. Right, just in case you wondered what it means, that's what it means. So, I can now, without a shadow of a doubt, say that Wales, possibly within the UK, I'm not 100% sure, are now the first to have a tyrannical dictatorship. Now, that is anybody who goes into that position as Welsh First Minister. And I should imagine, without going back into history and looking at it, it's been like that since they got independence or devolution, whatever you want to call it. So, right, so what does that mean? Well, from my point of view, what it means that anybody who's thinking of voting again in 2026, and we all need to vote, you need to now think carefully because all the established main political parties will leave all this in place. Main established for me are things like Labour, Conservative, Plaid Cymru, not sure about Lib Dems actually. Anyway, so what you need to do is have a complete clear out, otherwise whoever takes on the First Minister role will actually want to adopt this because it's a very attractive proposition, isn't it? Everybody likes to be in charge. Anyway, so back to the letter. So in the second paragraph, as you can see, then, and they then suggest, and I don't know why they suggest it, and I think it's just like they're having a laugh at my expense here, having a secret joke amongst themselves. They suggest I go back into the process and go through it again. Well, we know that's not going to happen because I'd be dealing with the civil service again. So that's a rather pointless scenario, given that the civil service are running the country. They're not going to blame themselves. So at that point I thought to myself, well, who runs the civil service? Good question, I thought to myself. So I then had a bit of a look, and it's this bloke here, a Dr. Goodall. Right, now then, I asked myself the same question. Would I have employed this man to work in my mobile green grocery van? That's the question I've got. Anyway, so I had a bit of look, and oh yeah, everybody's happy with him. So I then looked down to the bottom paragraph, and Dr. Goodall, I don't know if he's actually a real doctor. No, yeah, just occurred to me. Anyway, it don't matter. He wants to be a doctor. Bloke can be a doctor for all I care. He's been the Director General for Health and Social Services and Chief Exec of NHS Wales since 2014. Ooh, now then. Given the fact that the Welsh NHS service is somewhat dire, I definitely would not have this man anywhere near my van. I would not have that man messing about with my fruit and veg at all. No, no, no. Too dangerous, because it'd be like some sort of chaos would happen. Right, so I wouldn't have him. So what does that leave me with? Well, all it leaves me with is I've exhausted, as far as I can tell, all the avenues open to me as a mere member of the public who fund the NHS and the civil service and the Welsh Ombudsman and everything else connected to it, that I have no rights at all. And it confirms that the Welsh Government are not accountable until it comes to election time, and they are not the voice of the people. So that's where I'm at with that. I have yet to hear back from my complaint about the complaint, as in they wanted to keep the investigation internal. I've heard nothing back from who I'd copied in yet, so when I get an update on that, I'll do an update and see what they have to say for themselves. Right, thank you for watching, and tick subscribe, leave a comment, and well, I don't know, enjoy yourselves. Right, thanks. Catch you on the other side.